All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Liberia Shall Rise. I am the co-host today for this show. I'm here with Mr. Emmanuel Sapalucia, my good friend. And Mr. Sapalucia, how are you doing today, boss?
I'm wonderful. Thank God. We've got a beautiful weather today, so I'm good. And how's your family on
Yeah,
your end?
man. Thank God, man. Everybody's doing well. So far, so good. Life is rolling, and so I'm super excited about today's show. We are here to be. Not only are we going to be talking about Liberia, but we're going to be talking to someone who I believe is one of those aspiring young people in the country who is doing some wonderful things. So I'm super excited, and thank you for bringing us this guest. I'm super excited about today's show.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. So basically, what we're gonna do though, what I would do at this point in time, I like to, if possible though, before you introduce the guest, I like to go ahead and just highlight one of our song. Again, anytime we're doing show on Liberia, I always try to play some kind of thing. I wish I had a national anthem. I'll play the national anthem, but I don't have the national anthem, so I would definitely go ahead and just kind of play something here real quick. And once that is played, we will come back and we are going to be talking to our honorable guest for today.
Oh, hail Liberia, hail. Oh, hail Liberia, hail. This glorious land of liberty shall long be ours. The new home name, great be her fame, and mighty be her powers. Oh, hail, oh, hail, oh, hail, oh, hail, the Lone Star forever. Oh, hail, Liberia, oh, hail, Liberia, hail. In union strong, success is sure. We cannot fail. We've got up above our rise to prove we will.
All right, welcome back to the broadcast. Mr. Sapalucia, introduce our guest. Let's get the show on the road.
Yes, sir. So sure. It seems like our guest just dropped off. I'm trying to get him back.
Oh, okay, okay. So, while Sapalucia is trying to get our guest back on the broadcast, just let me know when you get him, Sapalucia. We'll
Yes, sir.
interrupt the show and introduce him. But yeah, while Sapalucia is trying to get a guest back on the show, look, I mean, most of the time when we come here to talk about Liberia or to talk about events surrounding Liberia, we always try to at least highlight the positive things that happen in the country. Now, I know maybe at this point in time you expect me to talk about the issue that's taking place at the Liberia-Guinea border. I don't want to touch that as much. And in most of the cases, if we have to, if our guest cannot appear on the show, we will definitely spend a little bit of time talking about that particular situation. But if we get our guests on the show, I think I'm super excited to get the guests on the show because these are people who are making all of the sacrifices in the country. These are people who are going above and beyond just to get things going. And so if whenever, in my opinion, we have opportunity to talk to someone who is making a tremendous difference in their communities where they live, and just when I say making a difference, basically they are making a difference because no one is supporting it. They're self-supported, if you will. However, they are doing it from the ground up. So, Sabalisa, if we have our guests on the show, introduce the guests and let's get the show on the road, man.
Yes, so and it's an honor and a privilege to welcome our brother from Totota. He's a city mayor from Totota. His name is Dennis Mr. Dennis D. Ben, and he said his D stand for Dolo, and that made me comfortable because when I hear Dolo, I know he's not from Bon County or from Nima County, but at least he happens to be my brother from the same county. So I will call him Dolo on this show because Dolo needs to be needs to be out there. So Mayor Dolo.
But you gotta tell us. You gotta tell what Dolo stands for. I mean, or else I don't feel comfortable saying it.
Well, for now, I don't want to give the wrong interpretation. Maybe when he can, he will give you the right interpretation. I know what Kemun stands for, so I can throw that one. But anyway, so we're going to be having a young brother from Liberia, as a city mayor. He's the only city mayor in Liberia that I follow because I see that he's trying to do something for his city. His city may not be one of the popular ones that you hear about in the news in Liberia, but I think they are doing something great, and it needs to be recognized. It needs to be a showcase. So we don't want to delay our time and talk much, but let us introduce our brother Ben Dolo Dennis. And Mr. Dolo, Mayor Dolo, welcome to Liberia Shall Rise.
Yes, sir.
So, Mr. Dolo.
Okay, thank you. It's an honor being part of your show today. I'm happy, I'm glad, to be on such a bigger platform that I'm a fan of, and I've been following you guys, a couple of months now, and I always follow because you always discuss issues that are interesting for our country. I hope some leader and other citizens can follow the show and learn more, and that idea can not only be heard, but it can be applied to other 60 other development of our country. So thank you for having me on your platform.
Oh, thank you so much for that honor. We are privileged and we are honored that it is coming from an honorable man like you, who is not just holding the title, but actually, in my opinion and from my observation, is doing the work on the ground. So as we start, Mr. Sherry is normally our main host here, and some of us just come here and pop in here and there, but he have given me the privilege to be the one to kind of host it today, just to warm the seat. So as I warm
Mr. Dennis, let me just say this, right? Mayor, I gotta say this. The reason I give the man the privilege, he's a son of Bon County, and many times he comes here and he speaks well on the show. I'll force him to speak well. Sometimes I know whether he calls me, he's saying something nice, so I don't know. So today we will know the truth. That's why I asked the man to interview you.
Okay, thank you.
So, Mr. Dolo, so as we go through this, we want to know, let the citizen of Totota, the Republic of Liberia, the sons of Bon County, in Bon County and out of Bon County, in the diaspora, let them know who Dennis Dolo Ben is.
Okay, Dennis Dolo Ben was born onto the year of Mr. Ben Quena and Elizabeth Solo Quena. My little mother here from Sino County, and my dad, who is still alive and present in Totota, here from Bon County, but more specific than Kokoya N. But during the time of the late President Tubman, they all came to Totota for schooling and job. He remained here, he was school here, and the Boax. After 3 years of my birth, he took me to Monrovia to his sister, who married to a Ghana woman and a Ghana man. And I was living with them. Later, I started to attend the Rixt Institute. I was there doing a crusade. I moved to Ghana, from Ghana to Ivory Coast, from Ivory Coast later back to Liberia. So doing a crusade, when you're traveling, people will ask. My father's name is Ben Quena. I used to be Dennis D. Quena, but when we're traveling our journey, moving, when we got to the checkpoint, since I was raised by my aunt and her husband, I don't speak the Falankula. I used to understand it, but I don't speak it. So when you get to the checkpoint, when you say, "Oh yeah, I'm Ben Quena from where Bon County," they want you to speak better. So since I was not too close to the Falankula, I used my father's first name as my last name. So my father being Ben Quena, I use the Dennis D. Ben. So after the crisis, when I was going back to school to finish my high schooling, I was using the Ben as my last name. All my documents now, Kerewa Ben. So coming back to Kwenana, I found it difficult. I have to go through the Ministry of Justice, the court system, and all that legal proceeding to get my forefather name back. So in so doing, I used my father's first name as my last name.
So that answers Sheriff's
So
question. Okay, Sheriff, your
yeah,
question is
so
answered.
that's my name. Again, Dennis Ben. I'm a professional security. I've been a professional security officer, and later on, I did theology upon my graduation. I got an associate degree in theology, and I work with other companies like Lone Star, in the LBDI, other institutions. In 2024, April 29, I got appointed by His Excellency Ambassador Joseph Yimambuaka to serve my people in Totota. So I've been a resident of Totota. I moved to Totota with my dad in the year 2009. I've been here, been contributing to the development of Totota until my appointment. I got my homes here, I got houses in Totota, I got my own farms, I got 2 different farms in Sanoye district. I got 2 different farms in Sanoye district. My dad got a farm here in Totota, around Totota. My dad got a property around Totota. And my wife and my children, we all will reside right here in Totota. So I work for a whole lot of companies, other institutions. Before the last job I ever occupied before moving to the position of mayor, I served as our justice officer for Orange, Liberia. And 2023, they want to send me way in the southeast. I refused the assignment, and Orange and I we part away. Before moving back to Totota, my wife and I were making our garden, making our farm, planting a whole lot of crops and other things, live crops and other crops that we can sell in the market. I need to get some money and do our live crops farming. So we're doing that when we got appointed by the president, 2024, April 29. And later, all the local leadership, including the superintendent of Bon County, we all were inducted into office in Banga in the month of May 2024. And we start our political journey.
Thank you.
All right. So, Mr. Mayor, before I even ask you any question, I want to first apologize to you, because the first time you share any comments on our broadcast, I said your name, it just sounded like 2 first names. That maybe it was a Basso. I always make fun of the Basso people. They got first name. You hear someone named Amos Joe, Josiah Isaac, So when so forgive me there. I apologize, and thank you for clarifying the name for me. But my first question to you, though, it seemed like you have done a lot, and congratulations on the preferment to be the mayor for Totota. In Totota City, Bon County. Now, Totota, my geography when it comes to Liberia, especially in that area, I'm not too well versed. Is Totota the second largest city in Bon County, or is that the largest city in Bon County?
So Totota is the second largest city in Bon County, and Totota is the second largest population next to Banga. And Totota is the only commercial city in Bon County right now.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Yeah. And so as a mayor, I'm just going to ask one more question, and I'm going to set aside Sabulisa will continue. But as a mayor, though, when you look at the job description, what does your everyday job description kind of look like as a mayor for that great city in Bon County?
So we got a very huge responsibility as a mayor. What do I mean? There are so many things the past mayors, our predecessor, did not actually carry out awareness or take awareness to our people to know or to understand, more especially when a place got a city status. What it means to live in a town and what it means to live in a city. So we have that responsibility. Let's look at the issue of open defecation. Let's look at the issue of garbage management. Let's look at the issue, of even people paying municipal taxes. Let's look at the issue of people burying in the town, and so on. So we have the huge responsibility or huge task to always get on the radio and the social media, informing our people, cause on do some town hall awareness, move from community to community, call other experts, more especially those who did environmental science and people who also manage other cities. Other experts have been working with other cities, even in Liberia and out of Liberia. We've been working with them to see how best we can address the needs and the living condition of our people. So it's challenging, but we have to do it because it's the task or responsibility that have been given to us, and everybody want best out of their city or their county. So we want to place Totota on the map, and we want to attract other tourists that will come around to always make Totota their stopping point and make Totota a place to be. More especially when it comes to sanitation and other stuff that we think that can place Totota on the map. We are doing our best, learning from other mayors, even internationally and locally. So we're able to form part of the Sister City International, where Totota is member of the Sister City International. And we're working with the direct representative of Liberia, Mr. Ifwa Mangwa, to make sure that Totota being placed among other cities. Right now, we are lobbying internationally and locally to have that build a sister city relationship with other cities in the US, Asia, and Europe, and the rest of the world.
Okay, Sapa Lucia, go ahead.
Yes, sir. So thank you. I think you already answered some of our questions, but let me just ask this. Being a city mayor, I know there are some limitations to what you can do based on my experience with city mayors from Monrovia, especially the Painesville area. And it seems like depending on who you speak to as a city mayor, sometimes the government give you leeway to do certain things. And it seems like you're doing similar thing in Totota, especially when you talk about taxes and all those stuff that come in, you referencing, right? But most other cities that I have talked to, the city mayors I have talked to in Liberia, don't have that privilege, which something that you can kind of celebrate on your end. Now, when you begin city mayor for Totota, give us a picture of Totota, what Totota look like and where it is today.
Okay, so first, when we took over as mayor, the very first thing we saw that was lacking was the profile of the city. There was no city profile. So before you build any relationship with any city on the international level or locally, the very first thing, all of the partner and people who want to invest in your city, they need a profile of the city. So we develop a city profile. The next thing that was lacking, right now people don't want to trust individual with money or with money. So Totota only have a single account that I have to do with our local money, that have to do with the Liberian data. So we open an account that have to do with both United States data and the US data. The next thing, we look at the structure of the city. So the workforce of the Totota City Corporation was limited. We just got about 23% that were working with the city corporation in Totota. And then 23%, we look at the department, the various departments, and to make up the 23%, then definitely you got a very very small, limited workforce. So what we have to do is to strengthen, all the department. When come to the city police, it come to those that are responsible for sanitation, garbage collection, when it come to the city inspectors, and when it come to those who manage the gray area, when it come to those who responsible for the squatter right, the city planners, the finance team, and headed by the city accounting, and all those people, we have to put all those structures in place. So we developed that, and it's working. The next thing is that when we took over Totota, we're not having a single typewriter to use. So all of our documents have to be confidential. We took the document to our printing press to go and print in our communication. What we saw, or we see that it was not good for the city corporation. So the next thing, we're able to secure computer. Why it is true that single computer up to now is not enough for the city corporation, because my own office need a computer too, and other department need a computer. But we got a computer. We were able to secure that last year, and we got a photo copy machine that do other different way, and we have them, and we saw that even those that doing the garbage collection, there was nothing to transport the garbage, to take the dirt from another angle to another angle. More especially the site that were that were identified for our waste. So through loving power, the Church of the Latter-day Saints were able to purchase trash cycle for the city and other material that worth almost 7,000 plus United States dollar. So we have that trash cycles and other material, they were not available. Let's take for example the slashing irons. Let's take example colaces that people can use. Let's take for example rainbows or rain gears or glove and other things. So we secure some. Why it is through some of the material throughout last year, some have been destroyed more, especially when it comes to the rain gear, it comes to the rainbows and other material our people were using, all get damaged. We're looking for funding to see how best we can secure other material. But we secure some to make sure that our sanitation department be effective and all of our department be effective, including my various cell. So the next thing, when our guys go on the field, they need to be identified. So we got jackets for our inspectors. We have jackets for our sanitation department heads and reflector jackets, because more especially the guys that are on the road, that are doing roadside branching, that are doing other things, they have to have that reflector jacket that when people moving around, they will see and to know that there's an individual by the roadside doing something. So all these things we put them in place, and let's say I can say we took over the city for a very low percentage that I can't actually describe right now, but by God's grace we are heading somewhere. Well, the only disappointment up to now, we have not received any. Only this year they placed us on the national budget, but we have not received it yet. We have to go through some procedure before receiving a down from the central government. But the past years, we have not been receiving budget from the county and the central government. So things were difficult. But again, with our loving power and other people that we'll be making friends with, and other partners, they help us to do those things. There are so many things on our mind to do, but we met Totota, I can say 0%, because even the Liberian data account, we just met the amount of 4,000 Liberian data. Let's say around 22 or 23 United States data that was in the account of the city corporation. But right now we can boast that right now we can boast that we're getting somewhere. We got something in our account. The past mayor were owing the workers 3 months. We dealt with that 3-month issue. And right now, we don't owe our workers, for the month of March.
That's good.
Even the month of March, we are not owing them a dime. Why? Because we got 2 or double holiday that have to do with the decoration and even the other holiday that will be celebrated tomorrow. So our office deemed necessary to make sure they start paying. that were given to our guys. Everybody received their stipend to make sure to go about the holiday. So right now we don't owe anybody else. Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry.
Man, you know what? Look, Honorable Mayor, I am
Yeah.
super excited. Look, when you describe what you're doing, I can't help but to just think about the innovation, your mindset, the drive that you have, the determination. You're a young guy, you could have said, look, man, I want to sit back in Monrovia and be able to get my daily bread. And
Mhm.
I know many times it crosses your mind when you sit back in Totota, I say, well, when I was working with that cell phone company, at least I had something coming regularly.
Yeah.
But here
Yeah.
I'm sitting now, I'm not getting the resources and things are not going. The temptation is there, but you are truly committed to your people. And I got to
Yeah.
commend you for that. The question I want to ask, though, is a question that
Yeah.
someone else is asking. And it's this
Yeah.
question from our friend Riverside Pro.
Yeah.
When you were talking about manpower, I was thinking the same thing. Talking about
Yeah.
manpower, the workforce, and everybody else in the country, into the time. Now he's
Yeah.
asking, do you have Zogo problem? You've been in Monrovia. Sometimes you have Zogos. You got these people that they call Zogos. I don't like to use that term, but that's what people know. Do you have a problem in Bone County with disadvantaged young people who are just taking drugs? And if that is the case, how are they being catered to? Who's caring for those people? And where are they getting the drugs in the first place?
Okay, so when we took over as mayor of Totota, the very first thing uh, we have 5 different barracks of the guys in Totota, meaning those places they gotta to consume the drugs that they always take in. So the very first thing we did was to call the leadership of the disadvantaged youth called Zoko to a meeting.
Oh man,
So
they have their own leadership. Wow, that's impressive.
yeah, we have our leadership. Every one of them, in fact, the guy or one person who they call the CEO, who responsible. Every barrack got president. They have our president and they have their structure. And they have their structure, their whole form of government. So we have to we call every one of them to a meeting or town hall meeting. We say the Liberians are new Liberians, and more especially the president that we work with want to get erase of what they call drugs. So we call them to a meeting. We sat them for a meeting, and in a meeting, all the leadership and other guys who take in the drugs, they were all around, and we have a formal discussion. We want to say thank you to our district representative, Honorable Member Mexer, and she launched. We work in collaboration with her to launch the program "Say No to Drugs," and she brought in one of Liberian veteran who helping most our young guys getting off the street, and they came, or Miata Kamara, they came and we launched that program in Totota, and to carry out that awareness. And the next group we work with the determined mindset headed by one young man in Totota called Ali Konen. And he come in with other institutions that we create that awareness among the guys saying no to drugs. Other person we should start damaging, destroying where they call barrel, we say no, we use the diplomatic approach first. So from there, the Sister City International came in collaboration with other institutions that we engage schools, the communities, community leaders, and the leadership of those same day advantage you of drugs. So different awareness after our awareness and the constant visitation to the camps of the guys, the next thing they themselves demolish the various camps that they have. So right now in Totota, there's no place called Zoko Camp in Totota. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying they don't exist, but I'm saying their camps are no longer existing in Totota. So they themselves are taking the measure out. So the next thing we work with our various security apparatus to make sure that the issue of Zoko in Totota be demolished. So right now, the 100% of Zoko in Totota right now, I think the 100% are being dropped to either 10% or 12%.
Wow. Wow,
That's
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 very
an
impressive.
accomplishment.
That's very impressive. And let me.
Yeah, people, I'm not judging people things. You can be free to travel land and breath authority like before it was risky. In the night when you're traveling, somebody will check your phone. Broad day, people will park their cars and you see some group of young men just check, rush on them, take the material away. These things are not happening again in Toyota. Yeah, you can rest
I mean,
assured. Any hour of night in Toyota, you can travel around Toyota.
man, yeah, look, man, I'm super impressed by everything you're doing. Look, I want to go to the meat of the conversation. We'll talk about electricity, education. We'll talk about all of those things. But I want to first go back to your local representative for that district. Your represent, as far as you're comfortable to speak without any feedback from the representative themselves. But what kind of cooperation are you getting? Because everything you've mentioned so far, you talk about the sister cities international, you talk about your lobbying power, you talk about other people that are coming in to help. What kind of help are you getting from your representative for that particular district? The representative or
Okay.
the senator for the county for that
Okay.
matter.
So we want to say thanks to all of our county caucus, headed by Senator Prince Kemumwe and even our district representative. But our city got 3 lawmakers to work with, the 2 senators and our district representative. So the representative, when we launched our first cleanup campaign, she did extremely well. She sent us an amount to help buttress our effort. There was a time, our tricycle got damaged, and, and she still helped us to fix it. That tricycle, I think since we got it, we have spent over almost close to 1,000 United States dollar. So there was a point of time we got some sticky issue, and we called upon her, for intervention because it was an emergency problem or X. All those trash will remain in the street and somebody will take Totota to be a dirty place. And she did extremely well. And there was a point of time that Honorable Prince Kemomwe came to Totota, and more especially for the United Party Thank You program. And from his Corvette, he said, no, why it is true I came for United Party Thank You program, but this city Totota is doing extremely well. So to buttress the effort, we see to it that we pull a money, in the Corvette. So he gave us 100,000 Liberian dollars to buttress what we're doing in Totota, for which we want to commend. Is the higher donation that we ever receive from an individual or a politician. So we appreciate it for that. So it's true our lawmakers advocated today that Totota will be enjoying some powerball water. So meaning our district representative, our senator, the assessment team from the Liberia Water and Soil, they are present in Totota, to do the assessment, how they will build a mini water tower, 2 mini water tower that can supply the people of Totota. So we are grateful for that. It is true the relationship we have with our both senator and our lawmaker. This year, Totota in the national budget will be benefiting 20,000 United States dollar, first of a kind. So we are also grateful. So we don't just expect from the pocket, but we want them to love it with their colleagues, through the central government, that we can receive support from the central government and that of our county, Bond County or Development Fund. So I want to say, thank you to them, for that. We highly appreciate. So the relationship we have with both our senators and even Senator Way, the last time he built the first, mini water tower that people can fetch water from. So we're working in collaboration with each and every one of them to see how best we all can make Totota a better place and make Totota one of the best city in Bon County. So we highly appreciate it.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm going to go to healthcare now. So I'm going to go to Sapalucia. That's his expertise. So we'll talk a little bit about healthcare. So Mr. Sapalucia, take that away, please.
Yes, sir. So, Honorable Mayor or Mr. Mayor, you know, like Sheriff Riley said, healthcare is my passion, and anything that has to do with the development of healthcare, I am focused on that, and I think we can make Liberia healthcare a better one than anywhere in the world, because I believe the house that is not built is better, is beautiful, is greater than the one that is already built. So with our healthcare system not being built yet, I believe our time, our energy, and our resources to that, we can build a better healthcare than even the United States, if we are willing to do it, right? It comes with a willpower. Now, as I can see in the back there, most of the time we're having communication with people in Liberia, the electricity always going off. So we establish a good healthcare system in Totota. Let us talk about the electricity. How are you getting power when we see in Morovia, we're going to be talking to people and the light go off?
Okay, so trust me that right now, the electricity that I'm enjoying right now, it will not go off. Totota got
the man is
the only city in Liberia that have 24-hour electricity, and the electricity is being managed by the people of Totota through our own institution that we all gather and name the Totota Electricity Corporation. And they have a management team and they have other staff. They creating job for other peoples, and so forth. So that program was initiated 2017 to 2018 through the USAID program. They did assessment in Liberia to establish that. And they said they established some in other communities, but it was not fruitful. So the only community they came and they tried it and were able to maintain it is Totota. So as we speak, we have a solar plant and we have a backup generator that provide electricity for Totota. Trust me, anytime you come to Totota, maybe when an other technical issue, the longest our electricity can go off is just for about 10 minutes. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Wow. But you can't experience any power and fault for more than 10 minutes. We have not experienced that. The only thing we are praying to God for and is a funding for.
Yeah, it looks like we have some technical problems. He's coming back. Yeah, it's on.
Yeah, it was a call that was coming. So So right now, I think the guys about to secure some funding that even the electricity will be expanded from Totota to Corner Farm between Bon County and Maigibe County. So as we speak, and trust me, Totota got the best electricity now in Liberia. Until then, we are the best. We are the best. So you can do any business here, any that you wish to do. You can have your hotels, your restaurant, and any business, even shopping mall. You can open in Totota or your gas station. And when it comes to electricity, we have to do it first in line for security. And rest assured, Totota is comfortable when it comes to electricity.
Thank you. So while we're on that, I invited one of the men who has the name, the best name of the town that you're the city that you're managing. His name is Dr. George Tudor, and he's here. So before we go to our next topic, is there anything that you will because these people, they are big people in America, they get busy. So the way you get distracted by something else. He's a son from that town or from that city. The city is named after his family. I know you talked to him, but this is a public forum now that we are in. What do you think the sons of Bon County, not just Dr. George, I mean, not just Dr. Toto, but what do you think you need from the sons of Bon County, especially Dr. Toto and those from people from around that area? Why you have his attention right now?
Yeah, so first I want to say thanks to Dr. Toto to following the program today. I highly appreciate. On two different occasions, you were in Totota. He came here the last time, more especially when we have that tanker incident that led to 95% losing their lives, and up to now we have more than 200 of our brothers. They are victimized from the accident, and other children who lost their parent. And, they are here. We are still struggling with them. I want to say thanks to Dr. Toto. He was one of those through the Totota City in the Diaspora that came in and make a significant contribution. And the last time Dr. Toto was here, he is the CEO for the G. Kwame Toto Foundation in Totota. He came for a groundbreaking. He tried to build a structure to have build a library that will serve the people of Totota and beyond in Bon County. They were able to make a contribution, more especially when it comes to energy. So they contributed 15 pieces of solar panel light to the Totota City Corporation. And that's 15 pieces of solar panel light we are using in our various community. And other places that are not lighting, because remember, the Totota City Corporation and on their post planted in all the community to provide electricity between the houses. Only people, various homes have electricity. So that solar panel light right now we are using them in the various community. We are benefiting from it. So we want to say thank you to Dr. Toto and his family for that immense contribution. So what I want to say to Dr. Toto, the other time I was just saying to other citizens, right? When we have 50 citizens from Totota that are in the diaspora, we just construct their residence in Totota. We got 50 modern homes that will add to the beauty of Totota. We have 50 modern homes that will add to the beauty of Totota. So the very first thing, we encouraging our people in the diaspora. We highly appreciate all their contribution to their people, to their family, to all the citizens back home. But we encourage them. For every one of them, they mention, I'm not going to Dr. Toto, but whenever they meet in their meetings, let you call upon them that the leadership of Totota and the district is calling them that everybody will erect their homes in Totota. And if we ought to make Totota a place of attraction, not just that. Right now, Dr. Toto is creating jobs for other young guys in Totota. They got people who managing his institution. And those guys, he giving them stipend at the end of every month, over 10 young men. So other people can do the same. It will not be education foundation. Other people can involve themselves, maybe with vocational training, because in the whole of Totota, there is no vocational training. So when people graduate from high school, we want to say thank you to the Lutheran church in Liberia that just extended other branch of the Lutheran University in Totota. But when someone graduates from high school and they don't have the resources to extend their education, where do they go from here? So we got our brothers and sisters in the diaspora. Again, you're opening a vocational training center. I want to say thank you to the Bon County citizen in the diaspora that also building a vocational youth center that will comprise of computer labs and other training for the young people. But other people can involve with our venture. We talk about a bigger gas station. So that I don't have any bigger gas station. And, somebody down here don't have the money, but somebody up there can partner with somebody down here to do that investment. And, right now, Totota lack of, we got few guest houses in Totota. Somebody in the diaspora can say, okay, for one, I will involve myself with hotels, because more often we host a whole lot of institutions, and most of them sometimes when you look at the capacity of the guest house, Let's take, for example, the mini guest houses we got here. Some of them only one room got or VIP room that got or air condition. If you got over 10 person that come here, they all will enjoy air condition. So when your room that got air condition, they say, okay, what we do? Come and continue with the work. Our investment to build guest houses and hotel that will make Totota a place that even when people in transit going in the southeast or some part of Lofa,
all right, so maybe he got another call coming through.
you know that is no far from home.
Okay.
Agriculture,
Go ahead and jump on the healthcare because we got about 15 minutes to wrap up.
or in-housing business, because Lutheran University.
It's freezing a lot, and maybe people interrupting his call. But
the issue about housing. Yeah, the issue about housing. So you can come, you build a little mini exit. People can subscribe for that mini exit. You can come and build your apartment. Other people can come and rent that apartment from you. So we asking all of our brothers, from Totota to come and invest and come and develop and help us to develop. And they too, the other time we were involved with other projects in Totota. We call upon them and they told us, oh yeah, the Totota citizens in the diaspora right now, they out of cash. But even when the institution out of cash, other citizens in the diaspora can still make their personal contribution. You don't have to give up cash, but you can just send somewhere and say, okay, go over there, take 10 ring gear, go over there, take 5 rainbows, go over there, take 10 slashing iron. All these things we appreciate it. We don't just need the cash, but we need material that will help us to make Totota a better place. So the issue about Totota is not only about me as mayor, but it's about all us, that we can contribute to make Totota a better place. Before, I can stop my saying on that. When you go Sarara right now, listening from Sarara from the diaspora, they were able to purchase 150 solar panels. And what are people in Sarara using? The other day they purchased a sound system. That have to do with computer, that have to do with speakers, mix up. That anytime they having a program at the time, Sarara Town Hall, or the people of Sarara, they having any meeting, they use that PA system, to help for the meeting. So they don't go to rent it for anybody. So the citizens of Sarara, they helping, the city of Sarara. So I think our people of Totota have to learn from the people of Sarara to see how best they can make their immersed contribution. Everything is not about that of Toto and family, but everything is about every one of us. The Toba, the Kwaina, the Frumo, the Kori, and other national that live in Totota, and other people from other countries that live in Totota, and they can make their presence felt by contributing to the development of Totota.
Thank you. So thank you so much for that explanation and extension to the comparison to Sarara and other areas. So for healthcare, because this is very critical to us in Liberia, and that's what I was kind of trying to allude to. When you look at your healthcare system, your clinics, if you got one, or hospital, if you have whatever you have there, what would you say is the running of it? Because you talk about.
So when it comes to healthcare,
yes.
We'll talk about the telecommunication too, but no, I mean, look, as his screen is kind of frozen right now, I'm sure he's gonna come back. But Sabalusi, as I listen to this mayor, he is very innovative. This is someone who actually loves his county. This is someone who loves his part of the country. I mean, anyone who will make sacrifice and say, I'm gonna go back to my people. 2009, he goes back to Bon County. And since 2009, he's been there, and he was already doing some grassroots work before the president elected in 2024. I salute the brother. I really salute the brother. I'm listening to the brother, and I'm saying to myself, Why is this man not a representation of our tourism sector in Nigeria? No, seriously. If you start listening to me talking, I'm going to Liberia next month. I feel like I should go to Totota just by the way he is promoting the place. And that is what it takes. It takes someone, I mean, he does not have the resources. Honorable Mayor, forgive me. He does not have the resources, but clearly his appeal to the people and the country, I mean, just the love for your country, that's exactly what will make our country move forward. And I really appreciate your take on just what you presented to us. Yeah, you are talking about healthcare. So
Yeah.
talk about healthcare.
Yeah, so thank you. So way back, Toyota was run by a small clinic doing a crowd they call it small Phoebe. And our small Phoebe, the land was provided by the Lutheran family, and they got a little structure that we all used to go to seek medical attention. Besides that, we used to run to Banga, to Phoebe Hospital and other clinics around Banga before even the former president, Her Excellency Madam Eddie Johnson said he can erect the CB Dunbar Hospital. So right now, as we speak, we want to say thank you to the former representative of District Number 5, Honorable Edward Kafia, who built a health center for the people of Totota. So he did that groundbreaking. Other representative or senator and other government officials during the administration of former President George Manuel, they came here and they all contributed to the building of the health center. So we highly appreciate their contribution. So I do want to say thank you to the present government, our health minister, and the president of the Republic of Liberia, that after they built the center was there, vulnerable. No? So when Joseph Waka took over as president, and our health minister, they deemed it necessary that the clinic can move to that facility. So they moved the clinic to the facility. But when the clinic was moved to the facility, there was a huge challenge, or challenging. One had to do with electricity, because the whole community, when we have the facility, the total electricity don't cover that place. So the Ministry of Health, through the LEC, I don't know, the gasoline department that electrifying the rural area of the country, they came in by providing generator and a solar panel to make sure that our healthcare got 24-hour electricity. And it was done. And the C2A that the facility have a power-borne water or running water all over the facility. They came, they erected the water tower, and they have that water system all in the facility. So at night, our mothers and our sisters and our wives can come outside to go and fetch water from the pump or from the well again. So right now, the healthcare got some water. So the ORC, they put some system in place.
Yes, Mayor. So let me ask you there, because we're getting good. But there are certain things with healthcare that I want to look at. Now, when it comes to the clinics that are there, I know you're not a medical personnel, but I know you go there for treatment, right? How will you describe treatment when it comes to what are the nurses, the midwives, the lab, if you got a laboratory, and things like that? And would you be willing to partner with somebody from this side to provide training? Would you be willing for people from this side to provide training to your staff, or will your staff be available for those kind of things? Those are things I want us to look into.
Yeah, I 100% holistically confident that the staff that work at the clinic, the ORC and that of the DHO, they will appreciate whoever that will provide training for them, because it was done by the Lutheran family before. They asked we can conduct a workshop for them. We extend our invitation to them, and other health practitioners came and they provide 2-day workshop for them. And all my visits, because anytime I have any health problem, I always want to commend from my local clinics that I have in Totota, more especially the government facility. So those that we have there are staff and other volunteers that are making their contribution to the community. I want to say to you, they are hardworking. One of the things I see in them is that they are disciplined. What do I mean? The other day I was there and I asked them, how the health facility and how many persons you think came here today? And the ORC told me that that particular day they have over 100 plus entries. And moreover, when you are there, sometimes even when I'm not sick, I pay them a visit, sit with them for some hours, and visit the various departments to see how they treat our people. And they treat our people so nicely. The relationship they have with the patient, the way they talk to the people, the way they encourage them, the way they energize them, they are patient to ask them questions, they are patient to respond to the patient. And, I see some level of discipline and cooperation with the staffs that work at the healthcare. All they need to do is that they just need somebody that will always tap their back and say, no, you guys, you have to do more. Because what they are doing, because right now in our health center, sometimes at times when you experience shortage of manpower, when other people go for workshop, you will see maybe 3% doing, other, the work in other areas that they don't have expertise for. Maybe they only have small knowledge. So with more trainings, we help them that in the accent of somebody can perform. Even though they will not do it 100%, but they can do so in the accent of that person to provide first aid treatment for whoever that will get at the clinic with that special needs or that special problem. So we highly appreciate when we have our people coming to benefit from to provide training for our health workers.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Okay, Mr. Mayor, look, man, you got my respect, you got my blessing. Sapo Lucia, your brother, he been talking to me about you, and he been saying all the good things about you. But just hearing it from you, man, I can say definitely there's a bright future for you in the political landscape in Liberia. I don't want to put anything out there before somebody start calling you and say, my man, don't try and take my job. I'm not saying that. But you have a bright future. And look, I like the way you think. I like your innovation and the energy and all of that. It just speak to, and I just like the positivity that you outlook on things. And we got about 2 minutes to close here, but when we take you off the screen, I don't want you to leave. I want you to stay in the background just a little bit. But before we do so, I'd like for you to at least just give your closing statement and just let the people know what you can talk about some of the challenges you have, where you need the most help. In your closing statement, you can take the next two minutes and talk about that.
Okay, so we want to say thank God that Totota is really a friend. Hello?
No,
Yeah, we're hearing. Go ahead.
Totota is really a friend a city because Liberia have 141 cities before, but right now we have only 33 cities that are qualified. So Totota is really a friend a city in the Republic of Liberia. So one of the things we want to do, you can't have a city where you don't have streets. So our city is working with the Department of Urban, our proper minister, the deputy minister for urban, and other government institutions that have to do with the Liberia Land Authority, the Ministry of Public Works, and even our county leadership to see how best they can do zoning in Totota City. That zoning will identify Alex and streets in Totota. So they will do that. So
Okay.
yeah, so
Keep going. Yeah.
leadership. The next thing, the hall that we are using, that hall will be when Totota will consider as a town. So right now we can be one of the city in a central part of Liberia, and we're dealing with a hall that when you see people stay see as our town hall. So honor our leadership. We want to see to it that Totota get a new hall erected. Honor our leadership. We want to see all our investors that will build store. Right now, we are encouraging other entrepreneur, other business owners to see how best they can open stores. Because right now, Bon County is connecting with Bapo. The government is building bridge that holistically Bon County will be connected to Bapo. And we got people from Grand Bassa or My Gibi that always come and do shopping. And there are other provisions that you don't find in Totota. You have to go Monrovia or Kakata. So we don't want for people to pass by Totota and go Kakata or Monrovia any longer. We want for people to come right here in Totota as a presiding officer of the city. We have to work with other partners right now. We want millions of dollars investment, because when they talk about investment into your city, meaning more jobs will be created. So we are working on that. The next thing we're working on is that the issue of vocational training. So we are working with other people, other citizens, and even the central government to see how best that Totota can benefit, modern vocational training. So we are working on that. The next thing we want to work on our leadership is that Totota or place should have a university. And we don't just want for Lutheran to just operate only the theology and maybe another small department. We want for all operate. We only come to Totota, but what happens is the person who want to be a health practitioner, somebody who want to do a business, somebody who want to do management. They don't have to leave from here and go other places to do that. So we want for Lutheran to expand their university, all their department to be here in Totota, and we encouraging other people, because Totota have over 32,000 population. So we encouraging other people to come with other university, that our brothers from Sanoye, our brothers from Tubapuru, our brothers from Sarara and Wiala, when they don't have space in Kakata or Monrovia, they can run right here in Totota to come in school. So beside the health center that we have in Totota, we also need other private, even though we got other private clinics, but let them take the private clinics to health centers, that we got other departments. And when somebody want to do Esri, they have to go to Phoebe or I got CB Dunbar, they can do it right here in Totota. So all these things, we are loving with people to make Totota another better place, that even when you got investor here, they will know everything is right here in Totota. The next thing that we are loving for, anytime somebody want to take a legal action or lawsuit against their friend, they have to go to Salala or Banga or Batara. So Totota being our city, and the second biggest city in Bon County, we have to have our own magisterial court. So working with our lawmakers to see to it that these things happen right here in Totota. So there are a whole lot of things. We want to work with our central government, more especially the Department of Urban, to see how best they can come and plan the blueprint of Totota, how Totota will look in the next 5 years or 10 years. So we working with other technicians. Pretty soon, I think we'll share with you our next 4-year plan that we upgrade Totota. But these are other things that we have on our decks. We are working with the central government, other partners, to see for them to happen in Totota.
Thank you, Honorable Mayor. Thank you. We really appreciate you being here today. And we'll make sure that your brother here, Emmanuel Sapalusia, he will take this particular video and he will post it on all the websites he's on for Bon County Association people. So that way everybody know. But I know you're not just speaking to Bon County people, you're speaking to me, and you're speaking to all other Liberians. And but I applaud the work you're doing. And I thank you for the great leadership. And I don't think this is the last we're going to hear your name on the political landscape in Liberia, because someone as innovative as you, someone dedicated to the community as you, there should be no reason why we can't see you flourishing in other areas of government in the future. But thank you so much. Like I said, don't leave us. Just stay in the back just for me a little bit. We'll come back to you and end this conversation. We're just going to wrap things. So Sabalucia, talk to me about everything you heard from your brother. This is your county. You know all of the pieces that come together. You know the individuals. You know the associations. You know all of this. And now I see why you follow this mayor. Like you said, this is the only mayor you follow in the country. I see why. Not only because when you were speaking, I thought you were only doing this because it is your county. So of course you pick one person, so you would go for one county. But I see exactly why you follow this young man.
Yes. He doesn't have, look, and the reason I follow him is not because it's a renowned city. No, the city is small. The city is almost not heard of. But since he became mayor, I've seen what he's doing on the ground. It's not like, people who just asking for money. No, even if he doesn't have money, he's using his innovation to get people to come to do work, to clean the street. He's not waiting for government to say, oh, send me money before we cut the grass on outside. Or no, do this before. No, he's doing it himself. So he just, in fact, I was looking at it just from the broader, but he have made it more intimate that I can relate to, that I can get to him and say, hey, what if you and I work on this? What if you and I work on that? That's what I see now that you have made me to want to do, because he is passionate. And that's how, for me, I'm passionate about Liberia when I'm talking to you. You know me for this one. I'm passionate about Liberia. So if I see another person that is passionate for his own place, especially for Bon County, I think that is somebody that I'm willing to work with, and I'm asking others that we can join hands and promote this kind of person, so that what he see, what he envision his city to look like, we can realize it all together.
Yeah. Thank you so much for the guest. And again, Liberians, our platform is called Liberia Shall Rise. And the reason we truly believe that Liberia will rise is because we have people like Mayor Dennis Ben. We have people that are passionate. It is not everybody in the country who just want to put money in their pockets. There are people like Ben and Dennis Ben and other people who just want to make sure that Liberia is not just another African country, but Liberia is actually, like he kept talking about, putting Totota on the map. And sarcastically, I almost said, well, Totota is already on the map. But I know exactly what he is saying. He wants to elevate it. He's calling on investors to come to that place and just blow it up. And that kind of vision, if you have the correct support, I think it goes a very long way. So I'm very grateful for what he's doing. And I look forward to bringing more mayors or other people who are passionate about their country, so we can definitely discuss issues pertaining to Mama Liberia. On that note, folks, we want to end the broadcast today. We say thank you for joining us, and please share the broadcast. If you're a Liberian, this is for you. Share the broadcast, and I hope that each of us will have the passion to care for our country and make sure Liberia rise together. We'll end the note, and we'll continue our conversation in the background with our Honorable Mayor.